what's going to affect you and what's going to cause that transformation in your mindset fast, very quickly, it's going to stay with you longer. Okay. And by that, I mean, don't make it just about getting the abs. Don't make it about just getting, in some type of condition. Don't make it about that. Make it about getting into a place and a state of mind that makes you stronger day in and day out. Even if you have an okay workout, it's better than having no workout at all. That has to be the mindset. Even if you have an okay workout, it's better than having no workout at all. Get in there. Get into a routine. It's the consistency over time that's going to build something. So a lot of people ask me all the time, where do I start? And I've said it over and over and over again. You start by going. You start by going. You start by taking the first step. So what happens to you after you take the second step and the third step and the fourth step is you're going to go through a mindset transformation. Okay, and I know a lot of people that do MMA and they become addicted to that, and that's good. It becomes like an addiction. People that lift weights becomes like an addiction, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to have those outlets. Okay, and for some people, it's a different outlet. Okay, it's when you work out your brain, when you work out your problems, you go to see a therapist. Whenever you do these things, you're experiencing a massive dump of endorphins or a dump of your stresses. And it's that dumping of the stress that's going to be most important. So it's really important for me to do a deep dive into this and talk to you guys about this and get into more of the what happens to you mentally when you train and when you work out. And for many different people, the motivator following, and I don't have this or I don't have that. Let me explain something to you guys. If you live in the I don't have mentality, you have to focus on what you can do. Most of the time, if you're working in a marketing or marketers industry, you can gather email addresses. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't have any customers yet. Chances are, if you're starting in a business and you don't have any quote unquote customers, what you may have is industry contacts that can then help you forward things along. So if you don't necessarily need an email service in the beginning, probably up to your first 25, 50, or 100 emails, you can send them out pretty easily by just attaching them into the email, just attaching all the email addresses to the to and froms and sending them out, or BCCing them on the email so you can't see everybody else's emails and you keep that private. But a simple newsletter on what's going on with your life, your business, or your brand can be a great way to kind of shout things out. So even if you have to start small, and a lot of people say, well, what do I do, John? Do I write these down, or how do I approach these? You don't have to write them down. There's apps out there that are simple data gathering tools. So don't be afraid to use a simple app that if you just type in the App Store, email gathering tool or email gatherer. Those are really simple ways to start gathering emails. And those can be a little bit of your equity in the business. So when you're walking around shows or you're doing things like that, or you're taking business cards, start to establish your lists as business to business lists, or that's where LinkedIn can be a huge segue, or start building your direct marketing tools. So I don't like to send spam or annoying emails. If I send an email out, I like to send an email that is giving away something, or something that's structured around a giveaway, something that somebody's going to want to really get behind, and something that's going to make sense for the people participating. So they're not like, hey, why'd I get this? This is stupid, or this doesn't make sense. I like sending out stuff that people get and they're grateful that they got it, or it's an opportunity. Everybody likes to receive an opportunity in the mail. So take advantage of it from that perspective. Don't be afraid to put something together that you think might stimulate the audience and get them engaged and get them involved in whatever it is you're doing. So make sure that you really tailor and measure your message when you're sending those. So start somewhere, and don't be afraid to start early with the email gathering. It may start as a simple business to business list, and you may want to send an update from time to time. Hey guys, here's what I'm doing. Here's what's new. Here's whatever. So giving people the data and the fact finding on what it is you're doing. Mechanic. If you want to participate in the Mechanic giveaway, you have to head over to YouTube. You head over to YouTube, you like, share, subscribe, and you have a chance to win the Mechanic. An email went out to about 25, 30,000 people to participate in the Mechanic giveaway. So we have the Mechanic giveaway going on right now. If you want to participate in any of the other contests, we're giving away a Mechanic, we're giving away a Taurus, and we're going to be giving away a whole bunch of bags I have here from Vertex and a few other companies. So don't hesitate to participate in those. If you have the time, head over to YouTube, comment, tag. Let me know on my last post that you participated. I'll type that up and let you guys know. And I'm going to give away something tonight for sure to anyone that participates in the contest. So a little bit of an open mic, couple topics I want to talk about. One is, of course, the California revoking the 30 round or what we call high capacity mag law. So a couple things about that. It's really amazing that happened. Really something that wasn't anticipated, that we hadn't expected yet. So California now opened the floodgates to allow high capacity magazines in their state. So we've seen a run on these. I think Brownells is cleaned out. I think everybody's cleaned out right now. So California high cap mags, they're buying them like crazy. They're digging them up in the backyard. They're going bananas. So, if you happen to know anyone in California and they're looking for high cap mags, don't hesitate to send them some. They can now have their high caps and be happy. This became super prominent over the last couple of years with the rise and resurgence of jobless claims, everything else. So recruiters had to work a lot harder to get people's attention, and this was something that kind of caused LinkedIn to start to think more as a social platform and more as a platform that was user friendly and had a lot of good quality keystrokes, good visuals, everything that would make sense for somebody who was trying to dial in and drill into a new space. So I get hit up all the time, and people will say to me, they'll say, John, I want to start a career in such and such. And I'll say things like, oh, really? Okay, like you want to get into that space. Cool. What have you done to do that? Well, I have an Instagram. And that's like the worst answer you could ever get, right? Like, oh, I have an Instagram. Like, that's not going to be enough. It's not going to be the right path. It's not going to be the right way alone. You need to develop something I talk about all the time, which is your relationships. And you need to start to study all of your relationships and what those relationships look like. So like I always do, I want to really dial in for you guys why this space is something different and something new. So I'm going to show you